All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, Gervonta Davis's team speaks out again, clarifying what's going on with Shakur Stevenson and how we're going to get that fight done. And also, trainer Kenny Ford says something about what really is the biggest fight for Gervonta Davis. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135, maybe 140 pound division where Coach Calvin Ford once again gives an excellent interview. This time, he gives an interview to a YouTube channel called Zeb Brooks Multimedia. I will not be using any of Zeb Brooks material in this video, but I do want to say thank you and acknowledge that he is the person that did the interview. Excellent interview that took place. But let's get into the key things that, for me, the key things that Coach Calvin Ford revealed, because I'm somebody that very much wants to see the fight between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson. If you don't know who they are, what you're doing here, Gervonta Davis is the WBA 135-pound champion, and Shakur Stevenson is the 135 champion for the WBC. Both of them are top pound-for-pound fighters. Both those guys, in my opinion, are top 5 pound-for-pound fighters. I have Shakur Stevenson at number 4, and I have Gervonta Davis listed at number 1. Now, how are we going to get the fight? Coach Calvin came on my channel. We had an interview, and he talked about what he thought about the fight. And according to the interview that he gave to Zeb Brooks Media, a lot of people misunderstood what he said, and there's a lot of people running around saying things based off what he said that are not true. So he clarified some things, and I'm going to now clarify what he clarified. First and foremost, you have to understand that Coach Calvin Ford is a very straightforward and honest guy. He is very similar to, in my opinion, a Leonard Ellerbe, and who is also on that team. And they will tell you flat to your face what the deal is. They will not blow smoke at you. They will not tell you things that are not true. That I've never caught them doing that anyway. And, you know, every once in a while people can misspeak, but generally straightforward people that are telling you the deal. And according to Calvin Ford, the biggest hurdle for the fight between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson is that they are both on the same in the same demographic, that they're both black fighters, black American fighters, and they're both taking their fans from the same pool of fight fans, that Gervonta at this point in time pretty much has monopolized and has watching his fights anyway. So first thing that he addressed was, hey, man, or one of the things that he addressed is like, what is actually the biggest fight for Gervonta Davis money-wise? And he said that he does not believe that it is Shakur Stevenson because of that fact. And that then leads into a problem with the perception that fighters have of what they're going to get paid when they fight Gervonta Davis. He specifically, and this is what I think added to a lot of confusion, and I have over the last week or so been doing my best to try to remedy this confusion. Calvin Ford said $30 million. Yeah, these guys want $30 million. Many people took and ran with that to mean that Shakur Stevenson was asking for $30 million. I knew when he said it that that was not what he was communicating. What he was communicating was that because the narrative is out there that Ryan Garcia made $30 million against Gervonta Davis, now everybody expects to get $30 million. Now, when he said the narrative, I don't know if he's invalidating the how much money Ryan actually made, but let's just go for the sake of conversation that Ryan Garcia did make a lot of money, and everybody else is out there looking like when I fight Tank, that's what I want. I want the $30 million. However, if you do not bring to the table what Ryan Garcia brought, which is a different fan base, a Latino fan base that is focused on Ryan Garcia into the fight with Tank, hey, what are you going to get? I mean, what do you expect? And he used the example of Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Crawford and said, hey, man, look at that fight. That fight, as far as the pay-per-view numbers went, did half of what Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia did because Errol and Terrence had the same fan base. And so the fight winds up not being a crossover fight, just kind of like in the music industry where you have somebody, will sell really, really well in the black community, like in Houston, Texas, or in Chicago, and they can sell out their car and, but then or like Michael Jackson and, was the first real guy to cross over and have more white fans than he has black fans, right? So that whole idea of crossing over exists within boxing events. So you want to cross over to have both the Latin American or the Latino community, you want the black community, you want a lot of noise being generated by both communities, and then you'll bring in the European American in there to fill in the gap, and the fight winds up being very, very huge. But he's saying that Shakur Stevenson is not there at this point in time. So when Gervonta sends the contract, and Gervonta will send the contract when Gervonta Davis is ready to send the contract. And obviously he's not going to be ready now because he's in Paris at the Olympics. That's when it's going to get done. So that was a misnomer that he brought out there. And also there was the one about the $6 million that they said that many people believe that Kenny Ellis and Gervonta Davis's team had offered him. So he just poured water on that, man. And at the end of the day, what is going to happen is Shakur, he's also waiting for Shakur Stevenson to figure out where Shakur Stevenson's going to land, where, who's going to be his manager, or his promoter rather, and where is he going to be. But they are very clear, and Calvin Ford is clear that he said it's not the biggest fight that's available for Gervonta. And when we send the offer to Shakur, because we are going to fight Shakur, we'll see what Shakur is willing to take and not willing to take, right? But he has to understand that Gervonta Davis is the boss, and Gervonta Davis is calling the shots. Now, a lot of people are going to criticize what Calvin Ford has to say. A lot of people are going to criticize it. They're going to say, oh, that sounds like Gervonta doesn't want to fight. That looks like he's never going to fight him. That's not what it sounds like to me. What it sounds like to me is somebody that is being refreshingly honest about what the situation is with the fights. And just looking at it and saying, yeah, we want to fight this guy. This guy wants to fight us. But these are these situations that are going on in boxing. And he brings up the fact that people have to invest in the fight. People have to believe in the fight and put their money out on a fight. And if they're going to put money out on the fight, they have to feel comfortable about the return on the investment that they can get, because in boxing, people can lose their shirts on an event, and they can lose their shirt pretty quick. But anyway, I just thought that was really good insight. Make sure you guys go check out that interview over there on Zebrook Media. I'm definitely subscribed to his channel and have listened to several of his videos. Good dude, smart dude. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.